Good early morning, everybody. It's actually 3:12 a.m., September 3rd, 2023. I can't believe it's September already. I'm going to read an article that Dr. Eric Karlstrom wrote. It's posted August 3rd, 2023. It's entitled, "The TI Program is U.S. Special Operations Command Continuous Clandestine Tagging, Tracking, and Locating," which is CTTL. Hostile Forces Tagging, Tracking, and Locating. And he says, see, there's another PDF going back to 2007. There are 6 related PDFs in one article. But before I get into this, please hit the thumbs up. Welcome newcomers. Welcome to everybody back to my channel. Thank you for everybody who's been subscribing and commenting. I really appreciate the support. And it helps the channel grow. And when the channel grows, we can get the message out there and wake up some more people about this disgusting program. So Dr. Eric Karlstrom, August 3rd, 2023, has a webmaster introduction, and he says, in his opinion, the following 7 PowerPoint presentations made by and for U.S. Special Operations Command, which is USSOCOM, and their military and corporate partners clearly describe and detail the technology, quote-unquote, systems and personnel behind the international organized stalking, electronic torture, targeted individual program, which is a black operation. These PowerPoint presentations indicate that this new form of unconventional warfare, low intensity conflict being covertly waged against innocent civilians placed on the terrorism watch list under the pretext of the so-called, quote-unquote, war on terrorism, is actually multi-domain warfare. The following terms and technologies depicted in these PowerPoint presentations strongly suggest that so-called clandestine tagging, tracking, and locating, later termed hostile forces tagging, tracking, and locating, is the black USAP unacknowledged special access project, commonly referred to as the Targeted Individual Program, organized stalking, electronic harassment. Furthermore, TIs are obviously the expendable guinea pigs, test subjects for development of these technologies. Number 1, tagging, tracking, and locating human, high-value targets, also known as hostile forces, to support the global war on terrorism. Could you imagine? They're calling high-value targets hostile forces. You're a hostile force. I'm a hostile force. We're all hostile forces. It's a projection of who they are. These are sadists. These are sick people. Let me tell you, these are sick psychopaths. They have no conscience, no morals, no values. Number 2, the technologies include nanotechnology, including quantum dot and self-assembled photonic antenna, biotechnology, including biometric devices for detection and identification at long distances, and tag-ins for biological signature amplification and translation. Chemistry, including signature enhancing tagnets and chemical, biochemical sensors for natural signatures. Number 3, the participating agencies include DARPA, Army Research Lab, the NSA, the DIA, the Air Force Research Lab, the DOE, and industry. Well, I'm going to say that there are there's a lot more involved than that, folks. Number 4, the human signature detection via skin spectral emissivities thermal fingerprints at long distance. Number 5, fieldable bioelectronics. Number 6, bioengineered signature translation and bioreactive taggant, which is, in layman terms, it's an implant. Number 7, self-assembled photonic antenna. 8, quantum dots. Number 9, biometrics and tactical site exploration. And in parentheses it says forensics. 10, the operation is the silent dagger. This is also a Freemason term for their historical silent, slow kill, soft kill operations, also termed the white glove. 11, ground signet, the signals intelligence kit, GSK. 12, the joint threat warning systems from the air, land, and sea. 13, RF radio frequencies and non-traditional for example, optical multiband tags and RXs. Number 14, synchronized acquisition of signals intelligent capabilities across the air, ground, and marine warfare domains. 15, special reconnaissance, surveillance, and exploitation. 16, blue force tracking, which is BFT. 17, special operations tactical video systems, SOTVs. 18, sensitive site exploitation. 19, tiny satellites that keep tags on targets from above. SpaceX rocket carrying the CubeSats, inexpensive satellites so small they can fit in the palm of your hand. 20, tracking satellites are part of the growing special operations focus on high-value target missions. Wow. Guys, I never thought that I was a mission. I'm so special. I'm a mission. I'm a high-value target mission. Meanwhile, we've got a real war going on. But no, they've got a war against innocent people for profit because they're sadists. It's all a satanic agenda, folks. I think targeted individuals are their sacrifices, right? Number 21, tracking tags on enemies, including radio frequency identification devices, quantum dots that could be used to track a single molecule, and tagging measures such as insect pheromones. Is that amazing, folks? Insect pheromones. Thank you so much, DARPA. We just love how you bastardize insects, weaponize them, inject them, track them to track us with little cameras, right? Your little fake cameras and your birds, those birds that are flying in the air that actually look like birds, but no, they're drones. They're not birds, they're drones. And the fact that you can tell an insect exactly what to do. Sort of like a moving target. He's a weapon. Weaponized bugs, weaponized insects. To acquire the high-value human targets needed to test and develop these clandestine weapon systems, the U.S. government, through the FBI, my favorite Bureau of Investigation, DHS fusion centers, and neighborhood watch programs. Oh, yeah. The Mops and Cops and Pops program. The criminals on patrol, the morons on patrol, the perps on patrol, among others, has mislabeled innocent citizens as terrorists and hostile forces. Thus, all involved in these secret black ops are complicit in crimes against humanity, war crimes, murder, attempted murder, torture, terrorism, and treason. These individuals and institutions are the real terrorists, and they are traitors. Which means that they're all going to get hung, folks. That's right. That's right. That's what's going to happen to those critters. These black programs are funded via American tax dollars and deploy regular and irregular citizen-based agents forces as well as special forces against innocent citizens. So now further down in the article, there are links that take you to other articles. There's an article by Doug Richardson. It's called U.S. Special Operations Command Continuous Clandestine Tagging, Tracking, and Locating. I'll provide the link to this article in the description section. So you can go click on these other links. But what he does, I mean, he's really great here. He highlights from each of the PowerPoint presentations some notes. So with this PowerPoint presentation, this first one, it has the ability to locate, track, identify human beings and other important targets. It directly supports the DoD, that's the Department of Defense's ability to prosecute the global war on terrorism. The forces require an ability to apply and monitor tags. You hear that, folks? We're all tagged. You know, tag like a piece of clothing, or, you know, the way they tag those factory farm animals on the ear, you know. Detect and identify targets based on their unique observable characteristics without undue exposure of personnel to risks with devices that are sufficiently clandestine to be effective. I'm going to reread that. Detect and identify targets based on their unique observable characteristics without undue exposure of personnel to risks with devices that are sufficiently clandestine to be effective. Well, is that a bunch of BS words? Yeah. So it's like they want to be plausible, deniable. They want to be absent, vacant, non-detectable, while they're observing the targets and identifying the targets with devices, okay? Partnership between the Assistant Secretary of Defense for Special Operations and Low Intensity of Conflict and the U.S. Army. Oh, we can't leave out the U.S. Army. I had one of those critters drive up and perform a U-turn in my driveway. Flat out. Had U.S. Army plastered in his license plate. Objective. Conduct a collaborative effort. Can't you stand that? Every one of these websites, if you go to the DoD, if you go to the FBI, you go anywhere, they talk about the collaborative effort, right? To develop new capabilities for clandestine, which is secret, clandestine tagging, tracking, and locating in response to priorities established in a quick look capability-based assessment conducted in response to the findings of the QDR. Now, I don't know what the QDR is. QDR. The approach: transition existing state-of-the-art technologies in nanotechnology, chemistry, and biology to operational systems through the USSOCM acquisition process and conduct RDT&E from basic research through phototyping and provide continuous improvements in the CTTL technology available for transition to the operators. Specific capabilities projections are classified. Oh yeah, it's classified. It's in the name of national security that even the targets are not allowed to be told that they're being targeted. Could you imagine the huge lawsuits, folks? The key enabling technologies are nanotechnology, clandestine devices, high functional density devices, self-organizing, self-deploying devices, processing and communications, and energy harvesting. Yeah, they want our energy, all right. Unbelievable. Biotechnology, the biometric devices for detection and identification at long distance, bio-based devices for detection and ID at long distances. Chemistry, signature enhancing taggers, chemical, biochemical sensors for natural signatures. Partnerships for transition. So they've got an executive sponsorship and oversight. They've got the USSO-COM transition, the PEO special projects, the PEO intelligence and information systems. These are all secret programs that only the military and the people that are involved are aware of. The DoD Service Laboratories, Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, Coordinated Investments, Intelligence Community Research Organizations, and the DOE Laboratories. And then they have the key features here. Now this is from the year 2008. So I'm not going to go into that. So this just gives you an idea of how this program is laid out. And let me just scroll down here. There's signature amplification transition. There are bioengineered signature translation bioreactive taggant. Did you hear that? Bioengineered signature translation bioreactive taggant. This is how they're tagging targeted individuals. The current capability is bioengineered signature translation. They use nanoscale devices, quantum dots. The goal, microscale in 12 months. Nanoscale in 4 to 5 years. Now this is old, folks. This is already in place. So then he just goes on to the highlights from the other various PowerPoint presentations. And again, I will post a link to this article so that if you want to view the PowerPoint presentations, you can. But, you know, going back to what this program is, it is a Special Operations Command and their military and corporate partners clearly describe in detail the technology, systems, and personnel behind the international organized stalking, electronic torture, targeted individual program, Black Operation. It says it flat out right here, folks. I look forward to your questions and comments. Please hit the thumbs up. This is just unbelievable. This is where our tax dollars are going. They spend not only hundreds of thousands of dollars, not only millions of dollars on these programs, but billions of dollars. And then we've got hyperinflation, a recession going into a depression, people living in their cars, they can't afford their rent, pets are becoming abandoned because people can't afford them anymore, or that the places that people are finally able to move don't allow pets. This is an atrocity. And it's not ending. It's not ending anytime soon. But for the targeted people out there, we already know what they're up to because they've been using us for years. But I'm going to sign off for now on that note, on that very happy note. And yeah, we've got Labor Day just a couple of days away. So I hope everybody's doing well. And I look forward to your comments. And this is Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading, signing off for now.